Yesterday, as I was shopping, I was going through the aisles and started seeing empty shelves. So I took some pictures. And I want to show you these pictures to give you an idea of what the empty shelves at my local store look like. Now, we know we've been having these supply chain difficulties for probably close to a year and a half now. The only thing about it is I don't know how much longer these are going to last. Are these going to be more of a permanent situation, or is it going to be more temporary in the future? It may not hurt, in my opinion, for me, to just keep stocking up. As a prepper, that's what we do. So let's get started. Before I get started, I'll let you know I went back into Walmart this morning. I had taken pictures yesterday morning to see if these shelves were still empty, and they were. Let's start with canning jars and lids. Now, these have been in short supply for probably over a year now. A couple months ago in Walmart, my Walmart, they stocked the shelves a little bit. Now, it lasted about a week and we haven't had any canning jars or lids. Matter of fact, we haven't had any lids for a long time in our Walmart. Now next is vinegar. I was surprised when I walked up there and seen just a couple of vinegars, and this morning it was the same. Now, vinegar is important in canning, so with the canning jars, the lids, and the vinegar, if you find any of these, you may want to stock up on some. Now we have apple juice in short supply. Now, I want you to know when I'm saying the shelves are empty, I'm not referring to a shortage. Maybe just the shelves are empty. I have not heard of an apple juice shortage, but I did take a picture of the apples, and the fresh apples were stocked up fully. Now, the only one that had a sign is the Gatorade, and that shelf was totally empty, as you can see. Now, paper plates, I stocked up on a few paper plates yesterday because there was very few left. And this morning when I walked back in there, there was even less. So they're not restocking as of between yesterday morning and this morning. Now, the next item you find in the camping, and these are thermals, like thermal gloves, coats, totally empty. Now, I've heard that there are shortages in candy. My store is not short on candy, but I did find, surprisingly, that we're short on snacks. And that is Little Debbie snacks, which Little Debbie is one of my favorite snacks. Maybe Ding Dongs. And the Little Debbie products have been in short supply for a few weeks now. Now, I noticed the Lunchables, maybe the Lunchables, kids are taking them in their lunch. I don't know, but I wanted to put that in there. And Cheez-It snacks, or Cheez-It type snacks, and cookie snacks, very few of them, and also Rice Krispie snacks. So we have marshmallows. We're getting into the fall and having cookouts. So you may want to stock up on some marshmallows if you want some s'mores. And bagged cereal. I was surprised that most of the box cereal is fairly decent except for Cheerios. But the bagged cereal aisle was fairly empty. In the same way with Snapple type juices. There's a few Snapple here, but the rest of the juices are empty. Now let's go to a few different types of things. I noticed pillows. I was surprised. Very few pillows in stock. I don't know. I haven't heard of any shortages on pillows, but obviously my store is low on pillows. Plastic tables and chairs. So if you're having a cookout this fall and you need tables and chairs, you may check your Walmart to make sure they have them and buy them early. I don't know if there's a shortage in them. I just know the shelves are close to being empty. Another thing I was surprised at are these containers. So I stocked up on a few of my emergency containers. I'll leave a card up top that shows you how I store my emergency supplies with the smaller containers. Now, these are the larger containers, and I showed both sides of the aisle in these pictures. Very few of them left in inventory. Now, as far as eggs, there were a few eggs. They did not stock them up this morning. Corn is the same way. Just this Del Monte corn, I noticed the other corn, the Great Value, is there, but not the Del Monte corn. Same way with shells and cheese. The Velveeta shells and cheese are there, but not the Great Value brand shells and cheese. And then we have Starbucks coffee, which is totally empty. And then as far as other prepper items, spaghetti sauce, I've heard a lot of people say that they're running short on that. Mine isn't very short. There's a few empty spots. I wouldn't call it a shortage. And as far as bacon, there was a few empty spots, but I wouldn't call that a shortage or an empty shelf. So there you have it. That's a run through of my local store. Let me know in the comments if you have shortages or empty shelves in your local stores and what those products are. I hope this helps you. And as always, happy prepper shopping.